Hi, I'm Elke Valovirta, and this video is about Joey Sturgis Toneforge Guilty Pleasure plugin. Well, yeah, Toneforge's Guilty Pleasure, indeed. The song you just heard was a song I wrote specifically for this video and inspired by the sounds of this plugin. As you probably heard, it's quite a bit towards the classic British 80s amp, which I also have, and this captures the essence of that amp really well. So you can see here I have it open, so it looks like a classic British amp, and the tones I used on the song, I used three different tones, two rhythm guitar tones and one lead guitar. So what you heard is what you saw. So I recorded one track while I was filming, and then I just doubled the rhythm guitar parts afterwards, just to get a better idea of the sounds, and it just sounds a bit better when you double rhythm guitars. So the first rhythm guitar tone on the left is like, sounds like this. So classic British style, and what I like about this is that this plugin behaves like the amp that I think it's based off. So the preamp gain you put full, because this amp doesn't have that much gain on tap, and all the other knobs they're kind of like what I have on my real amp. And then what you do is you incorporate the overdrive here. I don't know what this is based off, but it's good overdrive. So without the overdrive, it sounds like this. And then when you engage it, just get that extra grit and sustain. And the cabinet I used was the Mesa 4x12 with a condenser microphone. Didn't have any effects, didn't have any EQ, and I had a slight limiter so that it just evens it out a bit. So as you can hear in the signal pad, the EQ and the effects were off. Because what I usually do when I dial in a tone, I'm trying to dial it so that it's good with the amp cab and the overdrive pedal. If you need to tweak it a lot with EQ, then I think maybe there's something wrong with the tone. So I always leave the EQ tweaking in the mix if needed. Usually you need to maybe put some high-pass filter to cut the extra low ends, but with this I didn't feel the need to do anything for the tone. Okay, cool. Then the right channel's rhythm guitar tone sounds like this. As you can hear, it's a little bit different. This is a trick I learned from Danish producer Jacob Hansen, with whom I worked many times during the years of my professional career, which was lasted about 20 years or so. So I'm not that young anymore. Basically the EQ is pretty much the same, maybe little tweakings with the treble and presence controls, but what was different was the microphone. So Jacob Hansen usually, at least with Syra, the band I play, when we recorded, we always have a different amp on the left and then the different amp on the right, and maybe even different cabinets, because that way the sound becomes bigger. Because if you double with one exactly the same amp, same settings, same cabinet, same mics, I mean, yeah, it's bigger because you double it, but to make it even bigger is that you change little things, maybe change cabinet, maybe change miking. So now I changed miking, so I used a 57 off axis. So that's basically that. And then when you combine those a bit different sounds, it creates one huge big sound when you pan them hard left and hard right. Cool. Then the lead tone I used here. Again, the EQ settings are quite the same, but now I used the same cabinet but 57 straight, so you get more in your face kind of lead tone. And then I used a delay, just a bit, not much. I kind of like dry sound, but with leads and melodies I like to add a little bit of delay, so it makes it bigger and smoother and nicer and whatever. Other than that, I didn't have any more than what I had on the rhythm guitar tracks, and the lead sounds like this. Oops. Oh yeah, you get the idea. That was kind of a lead what I did. It was pretty much one take, improvised, you know, pentatonic, Dorian, blues scales. So there's a slight delay, and it's when it's 57 directly towards the speaker, you get more aggressive tone which cuts through really well. So those were the tones I used on the song, and now let's switch this thing around and let's go to the screen what I have here. So here's my session, what I have of the song, and let's open the toneforge plugins like this, and now they are not engaged, and the guitars, the DI sound is like this. Oops. Sorry. So it's a DI sound. And then when you engage the left one, and the right one, and then let's switch mute between them so you can hear the differences. Like that. And then when you add bass and drums, it sounds like that. Okay, then let's go through some of the what the knobs do when I tweak them. So let's put this heavy one to middle center, and then I'll tweak the knobs a bit so you can hear what it does. Cool. Okay, that was some examples of what the different knobs do and you know, delay and stuff. Let's take the lead tone now under microscope, if you will, and let's go through the wah a little bit, which I think is pretty cool. So what we're gonna do is we put the loop to the lead. Yeah, so there's a wah, which you can, you know, add to your solo, you know, re-record this, and you have your wah wah there. The EQ section, which I didn't use now, but let's go through what that has. So basically, you have your high pass filter or high shelf here. Here you can control the gain and the Q value and the frequency. So let's say you can put it to, you know, 89 Hertz, then well, Q value can be this, and then lower it like -2 decibels, so then it lowers the, and if it's on high pass filter, then it lowers from 89 Hertz to 2 decibels down. So yeah, and then you have 3 different what do you call, blocks maybe to tweak the mids. So if I will tweak maybe this, you know, you can just to low mids, something, you know, 500, maybe this, you know, and then maybe this something like high mids, and then you can do the same, the Q value, the dB minus or plus, and then the low pass filter, which means that how much high end you will cut, and then the limiter, you know, you can, well, it's a limiter, so it, you know, evens out things. I had it minus 15, so it's a little bit smoothening the overall guitar signal. So it's pretty cool thing to have here too. But yeah, I mean, great simple plugin, not too much hassling around, which I like. You have one amp, which I think is the amp. Well, it's the amp, you know, that 80s British monster. And when you boost that, well, this with an overdrive, it's magic. You can't go wrong. And with a Les Paul. And yeah, the guitar that I used is my custom ESP Japan custom shop. This was in drop D tuning for this song, this video, and with EMG 57 and 66 active pickups. Yeah, so that was it. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, you know what to do. Subscribe my channel, JST channel, links maybe there or somewhere, we'll see, and more info about the plugin on the description below. Take care, and easy does it. Bye.